Hello everyone, this is Terry back with you, and we're gonna get back to work on a segment I was using earlier, some tutorials, and it's simply going to be fishing tips. We learned a lot of things growing up. We lived and learned. We had to relearn sometimes, and we need to remember all the little things when we're going fishing. So I want to put these on here. Some of this happened when I was 8 or 10, all the way up till last week. Learned a new trick. So we're always looking for these little things to make our trip better and make sure it's successful and our equipment holds up and everything. So this segment is actually titled TGB-54-19-006-07, and it's titled Fingernail Polish. Now here's one of my baits I use. This is very common for me to have a bait just like this. I've actually caught fish on this one. I like the silver rather than gold. Most people do gold. This is a little smaller one. Sometimes I use big ones. This is the bushy head. Since this is a light color bait, I've got a little darker out here. If I use a dark bait, I'll put these chartreuse and green and white up here for the bushy head. And again, I'm just kind of stuck on white, always have been. Use the color or trailer that you're familiar with and you're confident with. Doesn't matter. I've used other things, not against anything. This just makes me feel better. Now you notice my head is orange. This one needs a little touch up. I've used it just a little bit, and I'm going to break out the fingernail polish. That's what I use. I just buy the cheap stuff, and it just needs a little touch up. Bass love crawdads. It's their #1 choice. They will eat minnows and shad. They do it all the time. But if there's an option, they're going to go after the crawdad, and I've had this proven multiple times. I've got a case study I could share with you if I had more time, with an aquarium, and a guy throws minnows in there for he's got 3 bass in there. But when he throws the crawdads in, they go crazy. They eat the minnows sometimes later, but the crawdads, it's just a gang rush for these 3 bass going after that thing. Now here's another bait, needs a little touch up. Don't have a skirt. It's kind of used it a little bit and it's tore up. It's a little risky using an old bait, but it's still got a little life in it. I don't think it's going to break like one did last week on me. So I'm going to touch it back up and put it back in my arsenal of baits to get with. Yeah, always have a little orange. I'm fishing in some shallow water, stumps, sloughs, knees, all kinds of stuff, and I'm emulating crawdads coming by. That's what I want a bass to think of, crawdads. Here's another one. All I gotta do is get it rigged up. Another silver blade. And here's one. There's nothing wrong with this head. A lot of people use white. Nah, I'm gonna, trust me, that one will be orange before too long. Again, simple tips. Pick out the colors you like. Hey, I got red, I've got silver. Don't use them much. You know what I'm using. I want bass attacking my bait because they think it's a crawdad. Until next time, wear your life jacket. Be careful. Thanks.